The next morning, Sir Topham Hatt told the other engines about the railway's biggest secret. And as Rheneas predicted, it did not go over well. Diesel's back on Sodor, and you're letting him stay?
Sir, I don't think that's a good idea. You can't expect us to put up with that. He's a definition of evil. Just wait until a steam engine disappears, and we'll know who to blame.
With all due respect, sir, I think the rest of us will be safer if he wasn't here. Don't you remember all the terrible things he has done in the past? Settle down, everyone. I understand your surprise, and my initial reaction was the same as yours. But as Rheneas and Den had pointed out to me yesterday... Oh, so it was Rheneas' doing, huh? No wonder he was on the mainland. Everyone, please. Diesel is looking for a sanctuary, and Sodor is that place for now. Apparently, things on the mainland have been deteriorating in recent years, and now diesels are not safe from changing times. Diesel will be complicated in the diesel works, and he will have no chance escaping, believe me. But the engines were still unhappy. I never doubt your judgment, sir, but on this one, I can't say that I agree. And that's all right, Duke. But at the end of the day, I'm in charge here, and what I say goes. You don't have to like the situation, but you must obey the rules. Is everyone clear? Yes, replied Oliver. But except for Duck, he just left to start his first run. Oh, bother. I have to go look for Duck. Meanwhile, Duck, the number 8 engine, was waiting for Edward to arrive. Oh, hello, Duck, said Edward. Have you heard the news? Well, you don't have to explain, replied Duck. I know it's going to happen eventually. Oh, okay, replied Edward. Well, that's my guard's whistle. I have to go. And Edward left. Well, it's time for me to go too, said Duck to himself. And he left the station. He didn't get very far before he saw something extremely concerning. You two, he gasped. Harry and Bert lounging in my sheds. What do you think you're doing? Ah, there you are, Duck. Don't be alarmed, I have some explaining to do. What is there to explain? These are Diesel's minions. Just imagine if he is on a railway right now. Caroline smirked. Well, here's the thing. A few minutes later, Duck had been brought up to speed. He was not happy. Diesel doesn't deserve anything from us, sir. He's a traitor, a coward, a disgraceful, disgusting, despicable excuse for, just like I told the other engines. You don't have to agree with my decision, but you must respect it. Come on out of there, you two. I'm going to have you both impounded at the diesel works with your friend. Heh, that was close. Maybe we should have hidden the back of a shed so that no one can see us. Ooh, good idea. Maybe we should try that next time. Next time? There won't be a next time. Get your greasy wheels off of my branch line. And speaking of which, what were you doing all the way out here? Oh, you know, just enjoying the scenery. And the farms. Moo moo. That's the sound that the cow makes. Duck rolled his eyes. You two are ridiculous. I hope you know what you're doing, sir. That night, Oliver and Rheneas rolled into the sheds. Duck was still upset. After all these years, after the constant conflicts and everything we've been through, Diesel gets a free stay on the island of Sodor. I can't believe it. I'm not too happy about this either, Duck. It's unnerving knowing he's here and can watch us whatever he wants. Sir Topham Hatt has assured us that Diesel will not be going anywhere, insisted Rheneas. If you don't want to see him, then don't visit the Diesel Works. Great. You got Diesel and Arian Bert under one roof at the Diesel Works. Surely nothing will go wrong there. I can't believe you brought them here, Rheneas. That's a major breach of trust, in my opinion. They were in trouble, Duck, and Sodor was the only option. You wouldn't turn a steam engine away with their kind of history. Why should a diesel engine be treated so differently? We are not in competition with them anymore. They face the uncertain future just like us. I think it's time that we make friends with them so that we can all be really useful together. Duck laughed. I will not be making friends with Diesel, thank you very much. There's something very fishy about all of this. Oliver sniffed around. You're right, Duck. Those Diesels left their stinky oil in our sheds. That's why it smells so bad. The next morning, Duck was still in a bad mood. Get your trucks out of here, Duck. This truck will be in use today. These aren't my trucks. I didn't put them here. Well, they need to be moved, and I'm telling you to do just that. Or give them back to those diesel engines that came through here yesterday. Wait, Ari and Bert put these here? What were they doing snooping around Titmuth? They're on to something, I just know it. Hey, Duck, those diesels said we'll get a nice reward if we bump you off the track. Care to tell us why we shouldn't do it? Because I'll bump you back, that's what. And I want no tricks while we're on top of the hill. But it was too late. Suddenly the truck surged forward, and Duck went flying down the line. Back at the sheds, Sir Topham Hatt was faced with another problem. What's the matter, everyone? All trains are departing in about 5 minutes. Show a wheel, Thomas. Annie and Clarabelle missed you right now. Why don't you ask Diesel to pull them? He needs some work after all. Is this why you're not moving from the sheds? Simply because I let Diesel onto the railway? It's a slippery slope, sir, said Neville. This railway is a functional enterprise, not a resident for retiring diesels. We all pull our weight around here, and they should too. I have made my decision, and that's its final. And if you won't pull your trains today, I will find some engines that will. Duke looked quite indignant. I will not pull my coaches until Diesel is gone, he said firmly. It's everyone's coaches, said Sir Topham Hatt. You know that. Now you all must shape up before. Just then Duck went around the sheds and smashed into Sir Topham Hatt's house. Bust my buffers, cried Stepney. What a terrible crash! Duck was very upset. Those silly diesels, Ari and Bert, this is all their fault. If they haven't left oil down the tracks, my wheels wouldn't have slipped and I could have controlled the train. Skarloey shook his head. They've only been here 1 day, and they already took down Duck and Sir Topham Hatt's house. This isn't good. Sir Topham Hatt gazed sadly at his residence. Fortunately, Lady Hat wasn't home, but Topham Mansion is a complete loss. I will not repeat myself, he said quietly. Either you pull your trains like you're supposed to, or I will find some engines that will. The choice is yours. The engines decided it was wise not to argue any further, so they quickly left the sheds. Looks like you're headed to the works, Duck. I can tell that this is going to be a lengthy stay. I don't think I ever seen you so torn up before. Victor and Kevin will take care of you, though. But the railway sure is going to be different without its number 8 engine around.